Very pleasant Friday to you. Michael Patrick Shields, heard all across the state of Michigan, and this program heard on 12 radio stations across the state of Michigan, a television station, and worldwide on the internet, allows us the ability to speak to some of the most fascinating and important people in the world, and thanks to Sherrill Freeborough, who is here with us in our studio this morning, we are going to be able to do that, and we were able to do that yesterday. She is the owner of Freeborough Automotive and Hyundai of Lansing, and I said this earlier, but you asked me to go to lunch. I would love to go to lunch, and then you said, how about if we go to lunch with the former Prime Minister of South Korea?
We were very fortunate, yes.
I said, I'm in. I've never met a Prime Minister before. He is now the Korean ambassador to the United States, Duk-Soo, and he was with us yesterday in Lansing.
And it was actually a Lansing Regional Church event. They asked him to come, and he was kind enough to come and speak to us, and it was extremely interesting.
Not only did he speak with us, he mingled among us before. It was a small group, an intimate group, and I appreciate that. And he is on the other end of our line, back in Washington, D.C. Good morning, Your Excellency.
Good morning.
Did you enjoy your trip to Michigan?
Very much. Actually, Michigan was known for its excellent infrastructure in the industry, but I found that it has a very good educational universities and good people, very kind and hospitable people.
Sherrill Freeborough made her first trip to Korea. She went for business. The only time that I've been to Korea was kind of for fun. I went to Jeju Island.
Oh, that's a beautiful island too.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was I think it was Nine Bridges was the name of the golf club I went to visit. So, I was there for fun and games, but Sherrill was over a month or two ago for serious business because she has turned over her very, very special business. She's well known in this community and in the state of Michigan, and she has now partnered with Hyundai after the Saturn went away. And so there was a real learning curve for you.
And I was in Seoul, which is absolutely stunning. Beautiful city, safe city, clean, and the children are delightful. And we talked a little bit yesterday about the education and how education is so important to you in Korea, in South Korea. And that really impressed me. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about how the education differs a little bit. You went to Harvard, so you know a little bit about our education structure, but I was really impressed with the education in Korea.
Oh, yes, definitely. Many mothers and fathers have a lot of interest in educating their sons. That is actually clearly represented in some of the Korean Americans and Korean residents in the United States, and especially in Michigan area. They are very much, very zealous on educating their children. In Korea, 84% of high school graduates are going to college.
Wow.
So Michigan State University in Lansing area is clearly one of the universities that many Korean college graduates and high school graduates are going to.
Yeah, we have a large community, an Asian community, and a huge population at the university. I know that. One of the biggest reason you were here to talk was about the free trade agreement that you're trying to get passed.
Right.
It's it's very important for us. And you made the comment that it's going to do away with the tariffs for our companies taking their products over there.
Exactly.
It's going to bring you more competition. How do you feel that's a value to you? I think it's great for us, but I guess I'd like to hear a little bit more from you about why that's a value to you.
Exactly, because in the short term, I think Korean businesses may not get very much in commercial terms from these agreements, but Korean consumers will benefit from lower prices and high-quality products from Lansing area and Michigan area and from the United States. So, and also in the medium and long term, this free trade agreement is a legally binding, comprehensive reform package for Korea. So if it is implemented, Korea will be a totally new country with a new emerging, highly sophisticated and modernized economic institutions and structures. So we will have, in the medium and long term, much higher competitiveness with the competition and with the very high-quality, low-priced goods from the United States. So we are looking forward to that. In the short term, I think these agreements will create about $11 billion new export from the United States into Korea. That will create 70,000 new jobs in the United States. But Korea can gain much in the medium and long term.
Well, that will create some jobs for you as well when products are brought to you.
Definitely in the medium and long term. And also, Korea and U.S. are very good allies, so we will continue that alliance relationship with this free trade agreement.
Can you characterize, if you would, the relationship between the United States and South Korea, a nation of about 50 million people?
Oh, we have the 60 years alliance relationship, which is exemplary alliance relationship. And also recently, Korea has emerged from a terribly poor country into one of the most prosperous countries in the world. For that, we are really thanks for the young men and women in uniform who fought 60 years ago with Koreans to deter the communist aggression. And with that, Korea could emerge as an economically prosperous country. So we would like to contribute to the world with the United States. We are working together with the United States in Iraq and Afghanistan and Haiti and Somalia. So we are a very good partner, friends, and a country with a very great alliance relationship. And we will continue that kind of relationship in economic area also. So this free trade agreement is very critical to forging that kind of exemplary relationship between the United States and Korea.
Do you drive a Hyundai, Your Excellency?
No, actually I drive Cadillac of GM because as an ambassador to the United States, I really would like to show to the people that U.S. cars is good and highly appreciated by us.
Do you, when you're an ambassador, do you drive yourself or are you driven?
Sorry?
Do you drive yourself when you're an ambassador or are you driven?
Actually, I'm driven by my drivers, but the Cadillac is a good car.
Oh, yes.
Do the children in Korea go to school year-round, or do they have summers off?
Well, they have some summers off, but not as long as you have here. During summer, they are always studying very hard. They are learning some violins, pianos, and more studies on English. And they have a very good affections for the United States. And sometimes they are making a travel with their parents to the United States. We have no visa necessary. We have the visa waiver agreements between the United States and Korea from last year.
Regular listeners to the program know that I like to dream of being the United States ambassador to Ireland one day. What is the life of an ambassador like?
Oh, well, Jeju Island is certainly, our territory, but
Yes.
But certainly we are making that area as one of the most internationalized areas of Korea. So I think that is a very good possibility, and that will be a good career.
Yeah, well, I even found Seoul to be delightful. We were supposed to go to Jeju Island, and our trip was cut a little bit short because we happened to be there on Buddha's birthday. So we had the fortune of going through some of the temples and seeing that, and I found that to be extremely interesting. And the people were so friendly. The children, like you said, they would come up to me and want me to say hello, and they would all say hello. And a group of young girls wanted me to sing a song with them, and I did. And it was just so delightful how warm they were towards me. Really surprised me. But the one thing I wanted to ask you about, and that a lot of people don't know, I was very impressed with the fact that the groundbreaking for GM for the new battery plant, building the battery for the Volt. The company that's building the battery now is actually Korean. Now, is it their technology that they're using? It's this Korean technology for the Volt battery?
Oh, I think that is one of the most exemplary cooperative ventures between the United States and Korean business. In some areas we are competing, but in some areas we are really cooperating very well.
Right.
Already 58% suppliers, Korean companies, are operating in the Michigan and Lansing area. And Hyundai and Kia Motor Company, who are manufacturing cars here in the United States, are buying annually $900 million worth of parts and components from the Michigan area. So we have a good cooperative relationship. So I think that kind of cooperative relationship will continue in the future, and it will expand.
Thank you so much.
Well, Your Excellency, I just want you to know that Sherrill Freeborough has been an ambassador of her own with the Hyundai product and with Korea, and she brought me back a bottle of soju, and we lifted a glass to Korea, and we'll do that for you.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's a very good liquor, actually.
Yes, it is.
I think so, too. Thank you very much for the time. Good health to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Duk-Soo, the former Prime Minister of South Korea, who was here in Michigan yesterday, currently the Korean ambassador to the United States, live from Washington, D.C., and Sherrill Freeborough from Freeborough Automotive. Thank you for that. That was a gas.
Thank you so much. It was terrific.
You don't get to talk to a Prime Minister every day. Pretty good. 18 after the hour, Carol Kane will be with us. We'll talk politics.